All right, boys and girls, we have some interesting news to discuss, and I really fucking want to get through this video without wanting to punch someone in the face. That out of the way, let's quickly give you guys an update on some other things. These are probably going to be mostly fixed by the time this video goes up, but I think it's pretty funny that there was other really broken things going on in the game without just the siege situation in Cyrodiil. Standard for one was stacking, and this was causing some people to be able to pull some massively insane DPS in PvE and I suppose PvP as well, along with Flames of Oblivion. Kind of sad that I wasn't on my DK the other day and surprisingly didn't see this, but then again there was really no one in PvP the other day, so that's probably why we didn't see it. So yeah, they'll probably be fixed. It's just interesting, I think, to see Zos fuck up more things, I guess. They're gonna do it, they might as well go fucking all the way. Alright, let's talk about what you guys are all here for. AD are a bunch of filthy cheaters, according to quite a few DC players and probably some EP players. Let's talk about what went down and what led to a lot of these accusations. I was actually on the server as soon as it come up in PvP, and obviously we had the siege incident where siege couldn't be picked up, and once it destroyed itself, it just stayed there and counted towards the siege cap limit. Now you could pick your siege up. So if you laid a siege down, you could pick it up, but once it got destroyed, then it was permanently there and there was nothing you could do about it. Now, remember that because it's important. So early on, DC had numbers and DC pushed Emperor. They pushed AD back quite a fair bit, and it was what it was. DC was pretty dominant on the map. Then I actually logged off and come back, and AD had pushed basically the whole map. And then a bit later on in the day, AD had fully capped the whole map. It was all yellow. And the fundamental reason behind this was that DC and EP was siege limited and capped on their keeps. So they couldn't actually go to a keep and lay siege down to take it over. Now, a lot of DC players were very fucking angry and were calling AD a bunch of exploiting cheaters because of the situation. For some reason, it seemed that AD could lay siege down. They could actually go somewhere and lay siege down and take it. So a lot of players seen this and went, oh, they're fucking cheating somehow. Like, the game's broken at the moment, but they can still do it. Now, quick side note, now if that was technically true, like if that was actually true and AD had worked out a way of getting around this bug, would it be an exploit because they've just fixed a bug? So could you call it even cheating or even exploiting if it was the case? Now, a lot of you keen-eyed people and intelligent people out there probably would work out what's going on by now. AD seems to be the only faction that worked out early on that if you picked your siege up, then the siege didn't destroy itself and didn't cap the keep out. Now, obviously it's very hard to get a faction to work together, but somehow AD managed to do it, and people were picking their sieges up, which wasn't putting them at siege cap. Now, this obviously wasn't the case for every keep in the game because AD was siege capped at quite a few keeps. Myself, I know I was dicking around dropping siege on one keep because I thought it was hilarious. So this wasn't every keep, but what also helped AD was the fact that we'd been pushed back. So we hadn't pushed the map early on without realizing what was going on. So it was basically just a combination of AD not having numbers early in the day and working out that if you picked your siege up or repaired your siege, then this wouldn't happen. Now you may ask, you know, for players to accuse a whole faction of cheating, they must have some pretty good evidence, or there must be something there for them to accuse. And I was curious, so I logged on my other ESO account and got in DC Zone chat and asked them. I was like, so why do you think AD's cheating? And pretty much the only responses I've got was, look at the map. And it's like, so AD has the whole map, that means they're cheating? And normally I probably wouldn't talk about this because this is kind of just petty, stupid bullshit from dumbass people that don't know what they're talking about. But the issue here is the fact that so much anger was pointed at AD that it kind of overtook people's anger and rage at Zos. So basically Zos is getting away with a lot of things because we're too busy infighting each other. And this happens a lot in this game, whether it's between PvP players and PvE players. The infighting and the people blaming in this game is huge, and Zos gets away with so much because of it. And that's why I think it's all important to talk about and recognize. Also, I think something else that's really important to kind of just maybe check yourself, because if you are one of these people that gets killed and you don't know what's going on, so that person must be a cheater, or you're very quick to think someone is cheating, ask questions. And it's funny because I see a lot of streamers get accused of cheating, and it's like, you do realize they're streaming, you can ask them questions. So if you think they're cheating, go ask them. It's like, how were you able to do that? Because I can't do that. So are you got better knowledge or better skill, or are you cheating? Ask questions, and most of the time, you're going to find out that they're just a bit more experienced player that maybe knows some little tricks that you don't know, or has a better gear combination, or lag is another big thing that you've got to take into consideration. Like if you get insta popped, half the time it's going to be lag. It's not that they got 6 skills off at once. It's the fact the server was being a pain in the butt. Just think before you go accusing people, because I think it's just rude, really. Like, you're discrediting their talent, their skill, their time in the game, calling them a cheater because it makes you feel better. So if you are one of those people, just maybe take a step back, have a think about it, and maybe grow as a player. But anyway, boys and girls, that's all I really had to say today. We have a Warden build coming out, a Stam Sork build coming out. So if you're not following the channel or subscribed, that would be awesome. And as always, boys and girls, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.